Hey, it's Central Valley Business. I'm your host, Steve Walling. My guest for this segment is Serena Duckrow, and your art therapy?
Yes.
Welcome to the show, Serena.
Thank you.
Tell me about art therapy.
Art therapy is an amazing field to be in.
Yeah?
I've been in the field for over 10 years.
Okay.
And I help people with different disabilities or special needs. I can meet people at their business or facility or their office, and I provide art therapy sessions to them.
Okay, so do you have a physical location, too, that they can come to? Or
No, right now I'm mobile, so
You're
I'll
mobile.
go to you.
That works pretty good for
It's
people,
awesome.
I bet.
Yes.
Okay, so art therapy. Who are the type of client? You've been doing this for 10 years, so you've had a few clients.
Right.
Who are the types of clients that best respond to art therapy?
I've worked with a variety of people. It's actually good for anyone with any sort of issues that they want to work through or work on. But I've worked in hospitals for people with cancer.
Okay.
I've worked with children and adults with lots of different diagnoses.
Right. Let me stop you right there. I'm not an artist. I have no art talent. What am I going to do? And I'm sure you hear that a lot, right?
That's one of the biggest barriers that you have to hurdle.
Right.
Are people that they have a fear of maybe trying new things.
Uh-huh.
And people say that they can't paint all the time, but it's not about that. It's really about expressing yourself and the connection that you have with the art therapist.
And that's where the rubber meets the road, so to speak, isn't it, Serena? It's not about whether I'm a Michelangelo or a Picasso or anything in between. It's about there's something in me, in me that I can express. Now, what different modes of expression do we have? Of course, we got painting.
Yeah.
We got drawing. What else do we got?
You can use oil pastel. I specialize in ceramic sculpture.
Okay.
So you could do pottery. Collage is very popular.
Oh, I didn't think of that.
Yeah, and basically any sort of 2D or 3D. We've done stained glass before too.
Whoa.
And that helps you really think about organizing and planning steps.
Yeah, because you got to kind of lay everything out, and yeah, okay.
Yeah, so it's basically I meet people where they are and then work on what they would like to achieve.
So when people contact you, and you go through some kind of initial intake appointment with them and determine whether it's going to be a good fit, how do you determine what modality it is that you're going to use?
I usually help them decide what they're comfortable with, and
Okay.
we start from there. So yeah, there is an initial evaluation,
Right.
And those are free right now. So I'm doing that to just kind of start off. I'm providing that for free. But in the initial evaluation, we talk about what you're comfortable with, and I'm not going to pressure you to get into anything that you don't want to do.
Okay. Well, that's that's important, meeting their comfort zone.
Yeah. I do like to start off with a 5-piece evaluation with doing 5 different drawings. Just
Okay.
To start to get a feeling of where they are and how they see the world.
Now, Serena, how did you get to art therapy? How did that happen? What's the evolution of your process?
So I double majored in art and French for undergrad.
Okay.
And then I started working in social service when I was in 18, 19. And I've been in that field for 18 years in social service and helping people. And then after undergrad, I started working in a group home for adults with severe disabilities.
Okay.
And realized that I needed to go back to school. So I went and got my master's degree in art therapy counseling.
Great.
And I did some field work for people with that were older adults with dementia, different kinds of dementia and Alzheimer's.
Right.
And then I also worked in the oncology unit in Kaiser.
That field's got to present a lot of challenges to you, doesn't it?
Right. It's like regular therapy. It's like talk therapy. It's very challenging. You meet a lot of different people, but the success stories are remarkable.
All right. Now, we can't get into specifics, I understand, because patients' confidentiality. But thinking back over 10 years, is there one or two particular ones that you can think of that you could kind of share how this unfolded, how this process worked out for them?
I worked at Patton State Hospital down in Southern California.
Okay.
So it's a forensic psychiatric facility for people with severe mental disability, and then they also have a penal code commitment attached to them. So there were several people that I worked with. We made a film about our art, and I helped them in a ceramic studio and create these different sculptures, and we put on multiple shows, and they really collaborated with each other. They were doing group projects, and people that weren't able to connect maybe with a talk therapist, they were able to talk with me, and I was able to help them with lots of different impulse control issues, even relationship issues where it's hard for them to connect with people.
I want to interrupt you here because you brought up something I hadn't even thought of. I mean, I can see the advantages of art therapy, but you mentioned that people that have difficulty with talk therapy, so there really is like a segment of people that necessarily can't work through talk therapy, but this opens up new doors for them, huh?
Exactly. We actually believe that the way that people see the world and the visual component of the brain is what you have first before you're able to talk. So the memories that people hold and the way that they put things together and make sense of the world around them is a visual. There's a visual component there, and then the talk is what we learn as we progress.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's pretty interesting. That's great. So you like doing this, huh?
I love it.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's great. You got a web page or a Facebook page or?
I do. I have Facebook.
Yeah.
Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
And we're at FresnoArtTherapy.com.
FresnoArtTherapy.com. What's the Facebook page?
Fresno Art Therapy.
Fresno Art Therapy. Okay, so if I Google Fresno Art Therapy, I'm going to find you.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes.
What's on the table for the future for you?
I eventually would like to have a studio where I can hold groups for people, so that we could have small groups and I could provide the community a service.
That's great. That's pretty wonderful. And your clients come from, or you, that's the other thing, geographic area. Now you go to them. Where is the area that you cover?
I am open to Fresno County and the Central Valley.
Fresno County and the Central Valley.
Yes.
Okay. Well, really, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Well, Serena, thank you so much for being on the show.
you.
That's great. I learned a lot of new stuff today.
Cool.
Cool.
Thank you.
Welcome very much. Once again, you got anything you want to share with people before we go?
No, just check out the website and please get in contact. We're offering free consultations, so I would greatly appreciate that.
Well, there you go. This is the place to find out some really good stuff. If you're having trouble verbally communicating, maybe art therapy is the way you need to go. This is a young lady that makes that offer for you, so look her up. Fresno Art Therapy.
Thank you.
See you when we come back.